So this looks like a trade opportunity to me here, guys, to probably to open up another short position. We've got that unicursal there at the end of the day. This is a pretty bearish card here right at the close. The strength card implies like out of a decline, a big move from the bottom of a range to the top of a range. And then the yellow is the correlation to the night, a rally that ends with a fast sudden move higher and a breakdown through that diagonal trend line with increasing volatility. So this was a pretty solid reading. And so there's this big move out of oversold territory here. Interesting. Right? So from the bottom of a range to the top of a range here at the end of the day, it looks like. But that's kind of already taken place. And then we've got this unicursal with lows here at the end of the day again. It looks like, well, there's a high, but low correlations at the end of the day. Overall, I think there's a pretty big move to the downside after like a fake breakout here on the third. Right, and then we've got cross-fitting congruencies for low significators here on the third as well. So it might be a good place to get into a short position. Hey Hansa, hey Two of Cups for Life. How is Bitcoin doing tomorrow? Well, there's that drop. Like I said, it was going to end up being on the cusp. I think we probably... It's pretty mixed here, but it's pretty mixed, but I would say there could be more low to go or more downside to go. But I would bank on probably a similar high. I'm sorry, guys. I can't even talk. It's like so aggravating. For like on the 4th or 5th, probably I would bank on like a similar high to what we fell from. But there might be more low to go in between, just to be clear. But we have some sort of prominent peak tomorrow, probably towards some point tomorrow. It looks like. I'm almost back to even already based on that drop. If I hadn't been so cautious yesterday, I'd be like significantly in the gain today. But protect capital's number one rule, guys. Protect your capital. What year can you quit driving a tractor trailer? Looks like 2031. A little ways away. But it looks like pretty definitively 2031. That's okay. I'm not sure why you think it wouldn't be okay to ask that. Hey, AV. Hey, Robert. How do I see Monday's eclipse affecting the market? So what I think's going to happen here, there's going to be some whipsaw action in here. We go from like a highest high, probably get like sucked up by the moon into a highest high on the 8th, like a big spike of some kind. Then we drop pretty hard here between the 9th, 10th. And then there's this huge move back to a highest high again on the 11th, followed by another sharp drop on the 12th. So it's going to get pretty wild here. This is going to be a good week to make money if you're nimble and you're quick. So there could be like a really, there might be a really big move here, guys. So I still think we go lower tomorrow by the end of the day. But we might have like a move that it's possible we have a move that takes us back up like from where we dropped to or dropped from. It's possible, but either way, I want to then like around the highs here. Gotta want to get into a bearish position for this low at the end of the day again. You could probably make money in either direction at this price level. Is my point. And based on where we dropped, I'd say we're more likely to go to this like follow this A track rather than this B track. You said yesterday that VVPR would have a big move in 2024. It multiplied today. Oh wow, literally the next day. I didn't think it would be that quick. Can it still double from here? When is a good time to enter? And when would be a good time to buy? Looks like in August, between August 2nd and August 11th. If you're looking for entries into long-term like buy and hold positions, I highly recommend waiting till not in the middle of retrograde to do that. Especially if it's like a long-term buy and hold. Hey, proof. Bitcoin low on the 11th, XRP highest on the 11th. Let's take a look. Now I know I've marked off the months for this one. Come on. How is that not marked off already? I mean, it looks like there's another high coming up tomorrow at the end of the day, and then another one on the 7th, but I don't really see a high on the 11th here. I'm not sure where you got that from. Dates from, my friend. I have lows for Bitcoin on the 21st, 22nd. I'm not sure where you got that. I don't even have a marker for a prominent trough here. There is a trough here, but I don't have a marker for it. There's another peak on the 12th, 13th for both of them. Hey, Joe. Hey, it was luck. I just saw you there. Will Dow be bullish or bearish overall tomorrow? It's pretty mixed. I got the Princess of Swords, so we're gonna have a resistance level that we probably move away from and then back to. Like we decline from it and then return to it at some point, probably something along those lines. It's very volatile. Will it open higher or lower? I think it's probably opening lower, but let's see. Yeah, I just got Care Kinetically the Magus card. So it's probably open significantly lower tomorrow. That's for the Dow, right? Um, Also wondering about materials sector, which you said was most bullish in 2024. What will bullishness end? Looks like early April. It's pretty wild. We probably like we go from a high to a low and then back to a high or something. It's like there's highs and lows in a lot of these 2024 readings here in April and May. So there's probably some sharp, like sort of really sharp decline there. But then we're back to highs at the end of the year again. That's at least for gold. Hey, Bobby Jones. Bobby, why do you keep messaging that? Like, we pretty much clarified yesterday that I've already covered XDC for 2024. So, what exactly do you want me to do? You're bag holding some shares, AV, of EV here. When should you exit? I got June and June 1st and June 10th. Interesting. Either that or 9 weeks from now could be that as well. I would check both. I would check. I would look and see what we're doing in 9 weeks from now as well. And if it looks like a good exit, then I would probably take that. Okay, because I saw 11 to get out short for Bitcoin and 11, 12, 13 to get out of long for XRP on best trades. Well, that looks right to get an exit a short on the 11th there for Bitcoin. To scare us out before this opportunity to sell a long position. So you might be able to sell a short position in there on the 11th as well. It's pretty wild around this. Pretty wild around this eclipse here on the 8th. All right, so that's the close. What I would expect here, probably a notable drop overnight. Big move to the upside out of the open. Like I'd still recommend being in a short position. There could be like a huge move. If I'm wrong, there's like a huge move to the upside here, but it'll be like a brief peak tomorrow morning here around the science card, or maybe a little after the science card, followed by a notable decline back down through multiple supports into an Ace of Cups kind of opportunity. A peak in SHIB on a 1 month scale. Look out for SHIB coins 1 year. That's coming out tonight, probably tonight or tomorrow, depending on how much I get edited tonight. We should have a peak tomorrow at the end of the day, and I'm seeing that in a lot of these readings now in April. There's a peak there at the end of the day, so we probably have like, but then with the S&P, I don't see that. Well, there's probably a high here at the end of the day on the 3rd. If not, then around the 5th as well. How about Theta next week, 11th and 12th? What the heck? Yeah, so we have lows here, and it looks like we might be off a day because we haven't really seen that rally yet. So probably we have a pretty notable rally tomorrow, and then we fall after that rally. We fall pretty hard, probably. Well, hold on a sec. No, I think this was it. I think this was probably the rally. We had a low here, the rally here, and then back into lows here on the second. So we're probably a day ahead. There's probably more downside to go in theta. It's kind of sidewaysy here. Back and forth is going on with theta. For next week on the 11th, 12th. All right, well, that's the trough. I'm not sure how I missed that. There's probably a trough here on the 10th. Yeah, there's a pretty notable reversal on the 11th. And then this really big move to the upside on the 12th, especially towards the end of the day. I would probably use that to get into a short. Add to the short on the 13th if there's opportunity, maybe even the 14th if there's opportunity, but I would be looking to cash out of that short there on the 15th, 16th, 17th, or on the 21st, 22nd more likely. I would wait till the 22nd, 21st, 22nd, probably the 21st. MVST, will that go to $4 this year or next? I'll come back to you in just a sec, AV. You're welcome, Proof. Well, you mentioned ETH may hit 4K in first half of April. Are you still seeing that by chance? Yeah, this is pretty wild. Oh, well, I mean, it already hit 4K, though. It hit 4K here in March, so I'm not sure if I said that before this happened in March, because that could have easily been it. Yeah, I still see something here, but it might be more like something like that. I have a no for hitting 4K in April, so that was probably it right there. MVST, will that go to $4 this year or next? I got a yes for 2024 hitting $4. A nice move. That's up here. Oh, and also, guys, I modified, so you guys know where I'm at. I modified my, I realized my call spread wasn't quite set up for what I wanted to, excuse me, for what I wanted to, what my plan was. I had just a normal vertical call spread. So what I did is I created a short diagonal, or it's a diagonal spread. So I sold this 508, which is more valuable than the 509. Well, it's got a lower strike price, let's say, than the 509. So basically what I'm doing is I've capped off the max loss at $100 there, and then I've sold against it. This April 19th should depreciate, provided we go south. This April 19th should depreciate pretty substantially. Right, like into here, so hopefully I'll be able to buy that back, or it'll expire worthless, or I'll buy it back for extremely cheap, right? And then that would make the cost of this 509 call, which expires on March 17th, substantially less than what it is. Right? It cost me $400 basically, right? So hopefully I can get all this back, or keep this money that I made, and then this will depreciate, but it'll the loss will be like counterbalanced by this one making money, and then around around that low that we have. Oh, it's so annoying. Around that low that we have here on the 18th, 19th is when I would probably buy it back, right? And then on the 26th, the 26th or the 29th. Probably the 29th or 26th probably. I would probably double down on this 509 call and then write it up, because what we should have between the 25th and May 13th is another move like this to the upside. All right, now with that said, guys, I am gonna roll. I thank you all so much for. Hermes is doing well. He's taking a nap. We're gonna go to the dog park now. So with that said, guys, thanks for watching. Oh, as always, guys, before I go, I want to make sure everybody is aware about that special coupon code. We're doing 50% off custom monthlies right now. Normally they're $1,000, but we have a 50% off coupon code, which is custom 50 off. Custom 50 off. So when you're purchasing, that'll give you 50% discount. You can select any month between now and the end of 2026. All right, my friends. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Don't forget to follow that rule of karma. Blessings to all my